A list has been cut from a recruit that we've been following and talking about on the channel for a little bit here. Junior County, 6'4" guard, playing at Wasatch Academy, 4-star, 27th best player in the class per 24/7 Sports, has announced his final five schools. He told Tipton with Rivals and On Three that his final five are Purdue, Indiana, UConn, Arizona, and Maryland. He will decide from one of those five schools. Junior County, a kid that was being recruited by Michigan State, BYU, Houston, among other schools, had talked about those schools at length at times, is down to five. And this could be a Purdue versus Indiana battle. Obviously, Dan Hurley is lurking. And then Arizona, Maryland, nothing to sneeze at as well. Junior County gave some quotes as he announced his final five, talked about his finalists, and we can sort of sort through those quotes today. If you want the full quotes and the full article, the full update here, make sure you do go subscribe to On Three and Rivals and support Joe Tipton, who wrote the update and conducted the interview here. But first, Cart, what is your reaction to this list of final five? Junior County has cut your school, among others, and trimmed it to five schools.
Yeah, so I do want to say that I feel like I was a little bit down on Junior County when we did our first video, and after watching a little bit more of him, and honestly, he had a really good showing too. I thought at the Spider Elite Camp, I believe it was, which he received an invite to, which I think was also a sign of what he is. But yeah, there's some very prominent schools on this list right now. I kind of expected Michigan State not to make the cut, obviously, with Medlock in the fold. Now I feel like we're kind of out of the point guard race in that class, right? Um, but I mean, you look at the schools on this list: Indiana, UConn, Arizona, Purdue, Maryland. Interesting to see Maryland there. Interesting to see Buzz Williams involved in this one. Is there a connection there that I'm missing?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think that 6'5" guards. Um, Obviously, I feel like are always going to have UConn in the fold if they're of the elite level, like we saw where Braylon Mullins and those guys were able to do or are going to do this year. And then other schools, you have Arizona, they got Braden Burris in there. Darian DeVries is trying to be a guy that's going to bring high level recruits to Indiana with a big bag in Bloomington and change things there. And then you have Purdue, just always being in on every recruit it seems nowadays with war chest paint. So yeah, a very good list.
A lot of great relationships here for Junior County because he gave like one sentence on each of his finalists in the update. UConn, I have a great relationship with Coach Hurley and the rest of the staff. Maryland, I have a great relationship with Coach Buzz and the other coaches. Indiana, the whole school's about basketball. Purdue, I talk to them often. I'm close with everyone on staff. They have a history of winning. And then Arizona, they've been really consistent contacting me. So not much you can take from any of those quotes. Do you agree with me on that? There's nothing substantial from what he spoke on these final five finalists.
No, nothing really. I think those are kind of generic, but I will say some of the things that Junior County does as a player, I think fit with some of these schools, maybe a little bit more than others.
Talk me through that. Where do you think the good fits would be? This video is brought to you by NBA 2K Labs or maybe college football labs because the people behind 2K Labs have just built something awesome. CFBLabs.com has everything you need to play college football 26 even better. Cart, you've been playing the game, right?
I have been, but I'm behind the eight ball, Gregory. There's a lot of people out there who got a little bit of edge on me, but the good folks over at 2K Labs got me covered. They got the playbooks I need, the plays, the head-to-head coaches, knowing some teams. Obviously, way too many college football teams. I need the inside edge here, and they got all different types of things to help me get that edge.
Yeah, I jumped in and started playing Road to Glory over the weekend, and I ended up like a 2-star recruit that did not get one snap in season one because I chose the wrong school with the wrong roster that was way too loaded. Had I known that CFBLabs.com exists, I would have made a much more wise decision in my Road to Glory mode. They've got teams, playbooks, coaches, team comparison tools. You can literally see every single play in the game, every player in the game, their rating, what they're good at, all in one consolidated place online to help you make the right choices and win more games in college football 26. CFBLabs.com. Go check it out.
If I'm UConn, I think he's being pitched as like, I mean, you have seen bigger kind of guards go to UConn and be successful. Like Tristan Newton was kind of a bigger point guard. Silas Demery's like a 6'4" point guard. You have like kind of these bigger point guards that aren't necessarily like, I don't know, just do him players or like lightning quick jitterbug type players, but they take care of the basketball, they make the right play. That gives me very UConn vibes. Indiana, I feel like they're just in a place to just kind of get anybody big and give them the ball. And I feel like Junior County is a player that wants the ball greatly. Purdue's interesting that they're on this list, to be honest with you. Um, am I off base on that thinking that?
This is what I would say. I feel like this is one of the results recruiting wise that sort of stamps the idea that this is I don't want to call them what I'm about to call them. This is new Purdue. I was gonna say Purdue, but I'm just gonna say new Purdue. They got a new do. It's new Purdue, new do. They I think are starting to hang around longer in recruitments with high caliber players like Junior County that they aren't necessarily the favorite for. And that's honestly, it may seem like nothing. It's pretty important because the more lists that you hang on, suddenly a recruitment takes a late twist and turn. Somebody else commits to where Junior County thinks he's going, and you just sort of stumble your way into a really good player. And honestly, just in general, the more you're on these lists, the more sense of urgency it makes your other targets feel they need to have to commit to you. Just the more overall program momentum that you build. So I agree. I was a little bit surprised to see Junior County list Purdue in his Final Five, but I think it's a great accomplishment for Purdue that players like Junior County are starting to do that. The schools that jump out to me on this, you mentioned UConn. I think you're right, but I'll be honest. When I look at Junior County, I kind of feel the Darius Adams recruitment all over again.
Mm,
And it's funny because Darius Adams ended up committing to UConn, ended up feeling deprioritized and like he wasn't going to have a role, and then ended up decommitting and going to Maryland.
yeah.
Junior County has both UConn and Maryland on his list, so I don't know. I would worry if I'm Junior County. If I go to UConn, where do the minutes come from? Like Demery will still be here a year from now. I guess we don't know what's going on with solo ball a year from now, but I would think he's back again too, right? He has an extra year.
You have extra year?
I think so, unless I'm tripping. I thought he was going to be a junior.
Maybe. I don't know. I get lost in the shuffle sometimes with these kids and their years
Yeah,
now.
Demery and Ball are both juniors. Mullins is a freshman. We think one and done, but we don't know that. You got Furphy waiting on the wing. Like, if are you really going to play at all? If you go to UConn right away for junior county, I don't think so.
This feels like, is this gonna be an Indiana Maryland arms race?
Could be. Could absolutely be.
I can see it. Like, do you think Junior County wants to be the next Wade Taylor?
As a rival Big Ten fan, where would you rather see him go?
Hmm. Probably Maryland.
Why?
I think the playing style is less intimidating for Maryland.
Hmm.
Intimidating as far as like what Junior County can do, right? I just think that Maryland inherently and Buzz Williams are a little bit more like, you know, bite the floor, where I think if DeVries gets some guys in there, we've seen what he's able to do, like one off with guys. Like Javon Small is really good there. Tucker DeVries is going to be good too. So it's like, I don't know, it would scare me a little bit that Junior County could like pop as an Indiana guy. He could have, if we're doing like the one-on-one thing here, like the 1-1 comparison thing. If I'm Indiana, I'm pitching him to be Jalen Hood-Schifino.
Yeah.
That's
Again, a
probably the
staff
angle
that
I
did
would
not
go.
coach Jalen Hood-Schifino, but
But like you can still use that. I mean, what did we talk about somebody yesterday talking about they're pitching me to be OG Anunoby?
yeah, I just wouldn't the pitch be look what we did with Javon Small? Like, I don't know. They got guards that have been good for DeVries too that I would lean
Yeah,
more into.
Jalen Hood-Schifino was a first round draft pick.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes immediately. I'm not a recruit. Good thing I'm not a recruit. But if a new staff is trying to use recruits that an old staff used, like, okay, cool. That wasn't you. Like we both watched Jalen Hood-Schifino. Is Arizona a sleeping giant here? I mean, they've had some killer freshmen. Could they just tell him, hey, all our freshmen are going to go one and done and you're next?
I think they're a fact. I think it depends on what the freshmen do this year.
Yeah. Well, but maybe his timeline is expediting here a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
We'll see. All right. Well, uh, if Indiana beats Purdue here, is this the first big Darren DeVries win of, well, I guess Lamar Wilkerson was a huge win, but this would be a head-to-head with Purdue win, technically, right?
Yeah, and that'd be a win over two Big Ten programs.
Yeah. All right. We'll keep an eye on it.